right, buckle up, folks. Let's dive into the juicy details of a Southern soap opera that went from pageants to private jets, football to felony charges. This story's got more twists than a bag of pretzels, so grab your popcorn. In July 2023, the police rolled up to a house in Georgia after a chilling tip-off. Someone's life was in serious danger. And who's at the center of this drama? If using racism as a badge of pride, the whole story points at the owner, a former beauty queen named Lindsay Shiver. Why? Because this Southern belle allegedly went full femme fatale, plotting to murder her own husband. The evidence? A damning WhatsApp message to her lover with two simple but sinister words. Kill him. Yeah, you can't make this stuff up. Let's hit rewind on Lindsay's life. Born on October 8, 1986, in Dothan, Alabama, Lindsay Shiver, née Shirley, seemed destined for the picturesque life. The daughter of Andy and Cecilia Shirley, she had two brothers, Brandon and Craig. Growing up in the deep South, Lindsay was the epitome of a Southern belle, rocking pageants like they were her second home. By 19, she was Miss Houston County, and even came this close to winning the National Peanut Festival crown. Yuck, peanuts, only in Alabama. With her blonde hair, bright eyes, and killer smile, Lindsay had pageant judges eating out of the palm of her hand. But it wasn't just about beauty. Lindsay had brains, too. In 2006, she enrolled at Auburn University to study elementary education. She wanted to be a teacher, and by all accounts, she was on a promising path. Enter Robert Shiver, stage left. Robert was Auburn University royalty, a snapper for the Auburn Tigers football team and a campus heartthrob. Their meet-cute at an exercise class. Classic. The football star and the cheerleader. It was like a Nicholas Sparks novel waiting to happen. Sparks flew, and soon enough, they were inseparable. Robert wasn't just talent. He earned a scholarship, became team captain, and was so good he signed with the Atlanta Falcons as a free agent in 2010. Big things were on the horizon for Robert, or so it seemed. Fast forward to 2011, and the two tied the knot. From the outside, they looked like the ultimate power couple, three adorable sons, Grayson, Landon, and Rhett, a booming insurance career for Robert after his NFL dreams fizzled, and a life of unimaginable luxury thanks to Robert's family fortune. We're talking private jets, exclusive country clubs, and a family getaway in Baker's Bay, Bahamas, a tropical paradise where their neighbors included literal celebrities. Such a life was a Pinterest board of perfection, but as we all know, Instagram widely lives don't always tell the full story. Behind the scenes, cracks were forming. By 2023, the couple's once picture-perfect marriage was anything but. Lindsay, feeling trapped in the monotony of their high society life, found a spark in someone new. 28-year-old Bahamian bartender, Terrence Bethel. Their affair started at a local hotspot in Baker's Bay, and things heated up fast. Robert wasn't oblivious, though. When he suspected Lindsay was cheating, he didn't just sulk, he hired a private investigator to trail her. And boy, did that PI deliver. Armed with photos of Lindsay and Terrence cozying up in the Bahamas, Robert decided enough was enough. April 2023. Divorce Battle Royale. Now using the ladder, cats in the office, Robert raised his voice. If you are what you're pretending to be, divorce me and Terrence cozying up in the Bahamas. Robert decided enough was enough. April 2023. Divorce me and Terrence cozying up in the Bahamas. Robert decided, if you are what you're pretending to be, divorce me and I'm quit. Robert filed first, citing Lindsay's affair and asking for everything. primary custody of their kids, the family home, the furniture, the car, and no alimony for Lindsay. But Lindsay fired back with her own filing, accusing Robert of emotional, physical, and mental abuse. She wasn't going down without a fight. But here's where things go full true crime drama. Silito Sihuram, while the divorce was dragging on, Lindsay allegedly hatched a chilling plan with her new lover, Terence, and another man named Farron Newbold. The goal? To get rid of Robert for good. On July 16, 2023, police in the Bahamas uncovered the plot after stumbling upon those incriminated WhatsApp messages. During an unrelated, Lindsay countered Robert's claims about alimony by stating that she had been a stay-at-home mom for so many years that her job opportunities had dwindled. Lindsay argued that she had sacrificed her career advancement for the sake of her family, and therefore Robert should be responsible for her debts. Beyond her means, in the midst of this ongoing legal battle, Robert alleged that Lindsay had engaged in an affair with Terence Bettel. However, Lindsay was quick to defend herself, stating that her relationship with Terence began only after she and Robert separated, and was legally condoned by him despite a decade of marriage and 3 children. Lindsay and Robert's once amicable relationship had deteriorated beyond repair. Their divorce proceedings were marked by intense bitterness, and the couple continued to live together in Thomasville, North Carolina. Even though their romantic and friendly ties had long since been severed, as their divorce proceedings unfolded, Lindsay and Robert's animosity reached new heights. Despite their shared commitment to their sons, there was seemingly no compromise or willingness to find common ground. Their divorce proceedings were characterized by a deep-seated animosity that made any attempt at reconciliation futile. On July 16, 2023, Lindsay called the police to report an alleged physical altercation between the pair. However, when officers arrived on the scene, a different story emerged. Lindsay claimed that Robert had refused to let the private jet to the Bahamas with their sons. However, it was offers Lindsay from the Bahamas with their sons. However, Lindsay claimed that Robert had refused to let the private jet to the Bahamas with their sons. However, Lindsay suddenly changed her mind and decided to board the plane with them instead of Key West. She informed Robert that she would visit her boyfriend in the Bahamas as a responsible husband and father. Robert refused to succumb to Lindsay's demands. He firmly maintained that he would not allow her to use the jet to visit another man. This refusal further fueled Lindsay's rage, leading her to escalate the situation. The police officers witnessed the pettiness of their argument, and it served as a catalyst for what was to come. As the night progressed, Lindsay found herself consumed by thoughts of vengeance, unable to contain her rage any longer. She contacted her boyfriend Terence via WhatsApp. In a shocking turn of events, she sent a photo of her husband with the words, "Kill him." 4 days after the incident, at the couple's home, Grabber Bar and Grill and Baker's Bay, Bahamas was robbed. The thieves entered the establishment, armed with determination, and a tactical plan. They cut the power cables and turned off the generators, effectively stopping the security camera footage from functioning. This strategic move ensured that their illicit activities would remain hidden. As the detectives began their investigation into the robbery, they noticed a certain pattern emerging. The thieves displayed an uncanny knowledge of Grabber Bar and Grill's inner workings. They knew the exact location to cut the wires and turn off the generator, indicating that they had previously conducted thorough reconnaissances. Theory LED them. to conclude that the robbery was an inside job, with the thief or thieves being employed by the restaurant itself. Detectives questioned the staff and spoke to Terran as part of their investigation. As they searched Terran's phone, they discovered a startling piece of evidence, a WhatsApp message sent by his girlfriend Lindsay 4 days prior. In this message, Lindsay ominously wrote, "Kill him," a clear reference to her estranged husband Robert. What started as a robbery investigation quickly turned into something much more sinister. According to the Bahamian police, Lindsay was allegedly involved in a plot to have Robert targeted and killed at his family's home in Baker's Bay. Robert, fearing for his life, immediately flew back to the United States with his 3 children. The allegation that Lindsay was plotting to have her husband killed is shocking and disturbing, to say the least. If these allegations are true, it would mean that Lindsay was planning to have her husband killed in front of or near their 3 children. This chilling thought is beyond belief, especially coming from a mother. However, it is important to remember that all parties in this case are considered innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. On July 21st, first Lindsay, Terran, and Fenn were arrested and taken to Nassau. The same attorney represented all 3 and has pleaded not guilty. In the aftermath of the arrests, Lindsay Shiver found herself incarcerated at the infamous Fox Hill prison in Nassau, the capital of the Bahamas. This prison, often referred to as unfit for humanity, houses not only general offenders but also maximum security risks, including serial killers. Shockingly, reports over the years have revealed numerous issues within the prison walls. Overcrowding, maggot infestations, rats, bed sores, and a lack of outdoor time are just a few of the problems that have plagued Fox Hill. The lack of basic amenities such as toilet paper adds to the inhumane conditions faced by the inmates. Now put yourself in the shoes of Lindsay Shiver, a woman who was used to living a life of luxury and privilege. Lindsay, a former beauty pageant contestant, found herself suddenly confined to a BL-leak and desolate environment, having become accustomed to her private jet in several bathroom mini-mansions. The idea of using a bucket in place of a toilet must have been a truly shocking experience for her. How do you think Lindsay Shiver felt about the conditions at Fox Hill? Was she able to maintain her composure and adapt to her new surroundings? It's impossible to really know what Lindsay's thoughts might be, but it's evident that being placed in a prison with such deplorable conditions would be challenging for anyone. Despite her privileged background, she would undoubtedly find the living conditions at Fox Hill to be a far cry from what she was accustomed to on August 9th, 2020. And his release from Fox Hill Prison, Farron were also granted bail set at $20,000 each. As part of her release conditions, Lindsay Shiver was released from Fox Hill prisons 3 times a week and released to adhere to a curfew. These measures were put in place to ensure her compliance with the court's orders. Lindsay was required to hand over her passport to the United States Embassy, which effectively restricted her movements. She was also ordered to remain in the Bahamas until her next court date, scheduled for October 5th, 2023. Upon her release, Lindsay spoke to the New York Post for an interview. Despite the severity of the situation, she expressed her struggle, saying, "It's been really rough." However, she declined to provide further details, citing the ongoing legal proceedings. During the October hearing, Lindsay's attorneys requested the judge to expedite the legal proceedings of her case, hoping to bring a swift, "You better strap in because this case is wilder than a Netflix crime doc and messier than a Kardashian Thanksgiving dinner. We've got courtroom drama, ankle monitors, reality TV stars, and a southern soap opera that's got everyone asking, what's next?" So, December 2023 rolls around, and Lindsay Shiver, our former beauty queen turned alleged mastermind, was pleading with the judge for a Christmas miracle to spend the holidays with her 3 sons back in Alabama. Picture it, the courtroom tension so thick you could cut it with a butter knife. And guess what? The judge actually said yes. But hold your applause, because this wasn't exactly a free pass to sip eggnog by the fireplace. Nope. Lindsay was slapped with some strict conditions, starting with an ankle monitor. That's right, folks. Lindsay was now on house arrest in Alabama, with her every move tracked like an Amazon package. Oh, and leaving Alabama, forget it. The only exception was to attend divorce or custody hearings in Georgia. The goal here? To protect her estranged husband Robert and ensure Lindsay didn't pull any fast ones while her trial loomed on the horizon. But Robert? Oh, he was not having it. He showed up to court like, "Your Honor, this is a bad idea." And honestly, can you blame the guy? His wife was accused of plotting to kill him, and now she's back in the States? That's a Lifetime movie waiting to happen. Still, Lindsay's attorneys came out swinging. They argued she was innocent, wrongly accused, and basically the victim of some vindictive plot cooked up by Robert. Meanwhile, Lindsay's supporters were rallying behind her, insisting she was a loving mom who just wanted to be with her kids. Fast forward to January 2024, and things get even messier. Lindsay claimed that Robert wasn't just keeping her at arm's length, he was allegedly keeping their 3 kids away from her entirely. According to her lawyers, the last time Lindsay saw her boys was on a FaceTime call during Christmas. Lindsay smiled and not agreed to speak, turning from her lawyers to look at her babes. If that wasn't enough, Lindsay's team also accused Robert of cutting her off financially, leaving her strapped for cash and vulnerable. Now, Lindsay's trial was set to begin in March 2024, but, plot twist, the legal gods said, "Nah, let's push it to summer." And then summer turned into March 2025. Yep, the trial delays kept piling up, dragging this drama out longer than the final season of Game of Thrones. In the meantime, Lindsay wasn't exactly lying low, oh no. She decided to hit up Inside Edition and Good Morning America to tell her side of the story. But this move did not sit well with the Bahamian judge, who basically said, "This is a giant spit in the face of justice." And just like that, Lindsay's bond was revoked, and she was ordered to pack her bags and head back to Fox Hill Prison in the Bahamas. Now let's talk about Robert, because this man seems to be living his best life post-murder plot. While Lindsay was dealing with ankle monitors and court dates, Robert found comfort in the arms of none other than Savannah Chrisley. Yes, that Savannah Chrisley, the reality TV star from Chrisley Knows Best. The couple went public in November 2023, showing off their romance on Instagram like it was a rom-com montage. Savannah even described their relationship as great and awesome in an interview with People magazine. But let's not forget Savannah's own family drama. Her parents, Todd and Julie Chrisley, are currently serving time for bank and tax fraud. Talk about bonding over shared courtroom trauma. So, where does this leave us? Lindsay Shiver is back in the Bahamas, awaiting a trial that's been delayed more times than your favorite airline. Robert Shiver is living it up with Savannah Chrisley, proving that reality TV and true crime make for a spicy crossover. And the public? Oh, we're just sitting here with our popcorn, waiting to see how this all plays out. Will justice be served? Will Robert and Savannah's relationship survive the drama? Will Lindsay's trial finally start, or will it get delayed again? Stay tuned, because this story's not over yet.